Yo, what is going on, guys? So a couple days ago I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me questions or give me things to talk about, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today in this video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's kind of just bored, so I wanted to do like a video just answering questions that you guys might have had, or if there's certain things you guys wanted me to talk about. What's the latest on the S15? What am I going to be doing with it? What's my next car going to be? What are the plans for the upcoming season and the next year? What's life like living like this YouTube lifestyle? What happened with Rob? Are just some of the things that I'm going to be talking about today in this video. So I have the questions here on my phone. Getting right into it, the most asked question I guess would be about my S15. Any ideas on your new car to replace the S15? Thoughts on losing your S15? What's the plan after your crash? What's the next build? So yeah, there's a few different options I guess that can happen. Basically right now I'm just insurance game, you guys know how it goes, just waiting to hear back. It's not the quickest process when you're dealing with insurance, which I'm sure most of you know. I am going to keep the S15, and there's like a few options after that. Is either me and some welding buddies would cut the front end off and tube it and then have it as like a strict track or drift car where it won't be road legal anymore, because I don't want to go through that extensive process of getting it like doing proper rebuilds, getting it inspected, and then making it roadworthy again with the rebuilt status. I personally don't want to go through all that effort just to get the car back on the road. So option A would be to just tube the front of it with some buddies and then have it be a track car or a drift car. Option B would be to, I guess, part it out and have a simpler platform to work with. I don't know, but the parts that I want to keep off of that car for sure are the wheels and the seats and the turbo and the manifold. So those parts I want to keep. I mean, a part out I don't think I want to do, but I don't know, we'll see what the future holds. I've been getting a lot of offers for stuff. I have a lot of good S15 buddies and I would love to help them out. So yeah, option B I guess would be a part out and then keep the shell and do something cool with it. Maybe swap something cool into it. And then option C, keep a lot of the parts and then sell the shell. Someone that would want to go through the trouble of rebuilding it and getting it inspected and having it roadworthy again. Like if there's someone out there that would love that shell and would want to go through the effort and the work of making it road legal again, I would love to see that car back on the road. If someone has the drive and the passion to do that, I'd consider selling the car to somebody like that. You know, with or without parts, it depends all on price. So I guess those are kind of the three options, like keep it as is, drift track, simplify it, keep some of the parts, sell some of the parts, start up with a different platform, maybe swap it, or sell it to somebody that would rebuild it and make it road legal again. There's options on what to do to the car, but I myself don't know what I'm going to be doing, so I can't really fully answer what the plan is for it because I don't know at the moment. It's all, I'm just playing the waiting game right now. Hopefully that covers a lot of the S15 comments. If there's anything else that you guys are wondering, leave it in the comments below of this video. Oh, and I guess thoughts on losing the S15, somebody asked. As I went over in the S15 video, I was calm about it. Before the accident happened, I was ready for something new and something better. And the accident happened and it was kind of like, it's a blessing in disguise because it's going to lead me to the next step of getting something better. And yeah, I love that car. I've owned it for what, like 2.5, maybe 3 years, and made a lot of memories with it. Did a lot to it. 3 different turbo setups, 3 different tunes. Used to be NA. Traveled all across Canada with it. Great car. Surprisingly reliable because yeah, it's the NA engine like I mentioned. And it withstanded all this abuse, like flat foot shifting, some like racing, a little bit of drifting, traveling across Canada, a lot of cruising. It handled it all. So I'm honestly surprised of the life that that car had. Not only what I put it through, but what the previous owners put it through, and then all the driving that it's been through in Japan. When am I getting a new car? So I actually do have my eyes on this certain car. I don't want to release too much about it. We'll see what happens, but it is a Nissan. I'll give you guys that much. It's going with the flow of things, so if anything else cooler or something comes in that I'm more interested in, I'll go for that. I do have my eyes on something right now, and it is a Nissan. And that's all I'm gonna say for now. I might touch on that more in a later video. Sorry for being so vague, but yeah. How did you come up with the idea for locals? So locals in general, I'll give you guys a history lesson on locals. So locals, the name of it started with some buddies and I were chilling in a car, just hanging out, and the name just got brought up and we all liked the name and decided to start a crew from it. So locals actually started as a crew, and I still have the first post that I posted plugging it on Instagram. So this right here is the first post I did. If you guys read that caption, sorry about the screen, you know me. But it says like starting locals car crew, and the date on that I believe is January 18th, 2014. So 2014 is the year that it started. There's this crew that's local in the city here in Calgary called Ill Motion, and they always squatted up. They were always representing together at car shows. They had high quality builds, and that's kind of what I was striving for. So started locals as a crew. I got all these decals made, like paid out of pocket to get all these decals made. And these are like little die cuts that are cursive. They look just like this, which are going to be on the localsmovement.com soon. And basically I would just post on the local forums that I'm starting this crew, and if anybody wants a sticker to rep, you're more than welcome to have a couple. So I bought these decals and then I'd give them away just to get the word out there initially. And then that was going decent. Like it was gaining a decent amount of decal reppers, I guess, around the city. People like the name. And then flash forward a little bit, SATE, which is the school that we went to, where I met Jesse and Charles and a whole bunch of other people. Automotive Service Technology is the program that we took, and that's where I met Jesse and Charles. It's so crazy because they had 3 classes. All the tuner guys, a lot of them, were put in one class. So literally, I don't know if I have a picture anywhere, but there was Charles with his R33, there's me with my R34, there's Jesse with his WRX, our buddy Angus had an Evo 5, our buddy Isaac had an FD and a Subaru. So like, we all had these cool cars, and then we were just talking and we're like, wait, you're locals? Like, I remember Jesse being like, wait, you're locals? And I'm like, wait, you're that Jesse WRX guy? And then it was history from there. We all became friends instantly, started hanging out during school, after school, cruising, and then that's kind of how that's how that like family crew started. These friends that shared a similar passion and common interests just hung out and everything clicked. So we started making like stickers for us to have matching on our cars. We'd cruise around a lot, we'd get spotted a lot, and that also gained a lot of traction within the Calgary car community. And yeah, people would always see us cruising, take pictures of us with their phones, post them online, be like, who are these guys? Spotted them cruising. Oh, those guys are the locals. And then like the name really spread like that. We always got spotted. People would see our cars, they'd see the matching banners, and it was honestly, I want to say one of the first crews and like groups in Calgary, because people really liked the idea of like this crew of cool cars cruising together and hanging out and good buddies. So yeah, we were cruising, hanging out a lot, all the time, and people started to learn about the crew, and like the name really started to get out there until we had a pretty big Calgary presence, right? And then I remember I was on YouTube and watching Haggard actually, and it reminded me just like what we were doing. I was just like, whoa, I forget what it was. I think it was Rudnick's Mishimoto Rad install on his Miata outside of his place. That's the first video I saw, and they were like all there hanging out, and I'm like, damn, this is just like us. But we have JDM cars. I thought that was cool, you know? So I was like, I've had a past passion for YouTube. Like, I've had previous channels in the past. So I was like, I'm just gonna send it. I literally filmed on my iPhone 6, just what we were doing, just hanging out, working on our cars, just kept posting it on YouTube. So pretty much it was just like what we were doing anyways, but I brought the camera along and just filmed it and like would upload it to YouTube. And then that started to gain a lot of traction. And like, I don't want to summarize it like that because, you know, there's a struggle period. There's a whole story behind that of like quitting our jobs, putting in full effort into this. Like it wasn't easy, which a lot of people might perceive it as, but yeah, it was a strict, continuous process of incremental success throughout every move that we've done. So I started this YouTube channel, and then we just kept uploading, kept grinding, kept just hanging out, doing our same old thing. And then, yeah, the videos gained traction. Yeah, we're having good times. It was awesome. Like, just seeing the growth of the YouTube channel go on top of everything else we were experiencing. It was really exciting. And then we got little cards made with our links to our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, and we literally put it all over SATE. I remember my goal was to at least gain 1 subscriber a day. At least 1, because if you have at least 1 gained, you're a step towards accomplishing your goal. Just like small incremental. You know, you don't need to aim for 100,000, 50,000 right away. Just focus on getting closer towards your big end goal every day in small incremental steps. So that's how that happened. Passion and like perseverance and consistency. I just upload all the time. I would stay up late to edit videos and then have school early the next morning. And then last day of school, I remember that's the day we hit 20,000 subscribers. We opened up our merchandise, clothing, accessories, all that, which is the lowcalsmovement.com, by the way. Make sure you guys check it out. And it's a real brand. Like, it's not just, I don't view it as just a little like side YouTube, like a little side income stream. It's like the brand side of things doesn't have to be related to the YouTube channel at all. It is, you know, it is obviously, but like, I don't want to just, there's people out there, and I love to see this, but there's people out there that know the brand and like the clothing and the accessories and the store, but don't know the YouTube channel. So it's really cool to see that just like people know different aspects of what we do, but they don't know the whole picture. And yeah, same thing with Infamous Arrow, if you guys know that. So Jesse started Infamous Arrow, and we all help, and it's an arrow business that we have. So we make front splitters, diffusers, everything like that. Check out the Instagram. People will drop their cars off for Infamous work, and they'll be like, oh, you guys are the locals? Like, so they didn't know. So some people don't even know we do that. So it's like, we have a whole bunch of different businesses that some people might not know is us, and then some people do. And yeah, running our own business, being self-employed, being entrepreneurs, having a good time, following our dreams, following our passion, which is what life's all about. And you guys will witness all the moves that we make. It's all online, so you guys will see. You're a part of this journey. That's why you're watching this. I actually want to show you this, guys. But so this was in a SATE magazine. So, and they actually wrote about me, Jesse Charles, and how we reached 100K on YouTube. So when your post-secondary school writes an article about you, that's a pretty crazy achievement. So I had to hang this up. That's crazy that a school can notice the accomplishments that we have done and will continue to do and write about it. So that's crazy. Super big thanks to SATE. So I got a couple questions regarding the city that we live in, which made me super stoked, which is Calgary, Alberta. Remember that. I'll put up a map right now. Calgary, Alberta is the next Toronto, putting Calgary on the map. I was super thrilled to see these questions. What is it like to live in Calgary? Any pros and cons? Looks like an amazing city to live in. How's Calgary? I plan to move there. You make Calgary look beautiful. The whole group just like loves Calgary. There are people out there that would be willing to move here. And they're actually, so like Jay, as you guys know, Jay Nicole, moved here from Australia. And as far as I know, he moved there because of us, because the locals were there. And it inspired him to follow his passion and pursue his brand. His passion is his brand, Finesse Brand Goods. Make sure you guys check that out. He literally moved across the world to pursue his dream, and the locals are the dream chasers, and that's not the first case something like that has happened. So it's amazing to see that people are willing to literally move across the world because of us. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we've recently flew in an Australian from a contest that we had, Jacob Guacamole. Make sure you check out his channel too. Jacob, if you're watching this, leave a comment below on what you thought of Calgary. If you guys have the opportunity to come to Calgary, make sure you do. Okay, so another big question is, what happened with the original Locals crew members that were in the videos, like Hockey Boy, Stan, Jason, Rob, and all them? And what happened with Rob? So basically, we all hate each other. No, I'm just kidding. I personally, and I can speak for Jesse and Charles as well, we don't have any beef with nobody. I still love, like, I like Rob. I love the guy. No hard feelings about anything. And to be honest, everyone, there was no big drama or no big thing that happened. Everybody just kind of went their own way. And I know perception is a thing, and then like rumors can start and all that stuff. But as far as I'm aware, Hockey Boy Alex, he works, as long as I knew him, he always worked a lot. Like a lot of hours. He was someone that would work hard and work long hours. So literally work is the first thing that comes to my mind. Like hard physical labor work for hours throughout the day is what comes through my mind when I think of Alex. He's just grinding away at work and making money. So I think he got a house too. So yeah, he's just like making grown-up moves, which is cool. So good for him. Stan, I believe, Stan with the Miata, he does photography now, I believe. So he's always posting really cool photos on Instagram. Make sure you check out Stan's page. Jason, he's working on his car. His car looks crazy. I believe he's working on a job too. But yeah, he's just enjoying life too. So Rob, honestly, I feel like a lot of people are expecting this big story and explanation, but it happened so long ago. I don't even remember really what happened, because it happened, and I remember I was like surprised, and then it was just like moving on from that. It wasn't anything that like really affected the group or anything like that. It sucks to lose a friend at that time, but life happens, right? You lose friends, you make friends, you meet the right people, all that stuff. So it was just a life moment, I guess. And we're still chill with Rob. I really like Rob, cool guy. He's doing a big boy build on his 240, like crazy stuff, like crate motor, I believe, with nitrous, and he's got a built transmission, and like he's doing a new wide body, I think. So like, he's doing a serious build. So if you guys haven't, make sure you check out Rob's stuff. His car is going to be insane. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, life is all about things happening, and then you just live and learn from it. You do new experiences. It leads you to the next path in life. You know, just like the S15 crash. Part of life. Oh, and Isaac. He's working at a shop, I believe. He always does my alignments. Does a really good job. Never have a regular tire wear. Shout out to Isaac. I think he's working 2 jobs last I heard. Focused on getting that money. So that's what he's up to. He doesn't have the FD anymore. Doesn't have the LSFC anymore. He has a Muse wide body S2000. And I think he has a Miata too, last I heard. So yeah, that's what Isaac is up to. Yo, saw you doing music production. How is it going, and what's the story behind it? So yeah, music is actually something I want to get back into. I used to make music. I was in a couple bands, and I would just like mess around with the synth, the keyboards, and like the mics and all that. Just make cool sounds and music and stuff. And like, that's something, it used to be a really big passion of mine, and it's something I want to get back into. So I'll actually show you my room here. Set up a little section here. I got a mic, got speakers, got the PA speakers there, feedback destroyer, little input. I got my synth up here. I want to buy like a MIDI pad, and I don't know, me and Devin have been kind of messing around with some music too, so expect some music to be made by me. I'm gonna go ahead and make a big promise and say that there will be like an album by the end of winter, and I'm gonna say that so it forces me to do it. And honestly, what genre, what style, I don't know. See what I like that sounds cool and like put it all together. I played the guitar, I played the drums, you know, bass, synth, all that. So I do have a lot of hours on instruments in the past. That's something you might not know about me. I can play a lot of instruments. I've produced in the past, and it's kind of something that I put off over the past few years of my life, so it's something I want to get back into. I got a question that said, what happened to the NSX? And I never had an NSX, so you tell me what happened to the NSX. What are your plans for the upcoming season? What are your big goals for 2019? Basically just the questions asking about the future and what's in store. And actually Jacob, which is the Australian that I mentioned that we flew in, asked, is the trailer / tour bus going to happen in the close future? Will it be VIP? That's something we talked to him about while we were driving to Saskatoon. So you guys know how we drive across Canada in our cars. I have this vision where we have a tour bus, or like a Ford F450 or 550, whatever that is. I'll put it on the screen, like a mini semi-truck hauling one of those multi-car trailers, which I'll also put on the screen right now. And then, like, instead of going across Canada for next season, next summer, I see us either taking a big tour bus or like a big truck with a trailer with a lot of our cars on there, traveling across the US, and like having pop-up shops and meets in each state, a lot of the cities, meeting a lot of you guys, making sweet content, and traveling overall. It's just like the guys, we're all hanging out, you know, we're traveling, we're seeing new places, new faces, we're getting brand exposure by opening these pop-up shops everywhere we go. We got to drive our cars in these different cities and states. That's something that intrigues all of us. And so yeah, we might form a team, and that could be the plan for next summer, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be sweet. So rather than put all this wear and tear on our cars and our engines and drive them for hours on end, we will be trailering them. Let us know what state you're from. If you're from the US, where you'd want us to stop by. And as for overseas, international, like Australia, New Zealand, we definitely do want to visit, and I'm gonna say we are gonna, because we're speaking it into existence. Definitely, we all want to travel and meet you guys and go to all parts of the world. So, and I know that's gonna happen. How's the life when YouTube is your full-time job? So, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it isn't just YouTube. Our focus is on a whole bunch of other things more than just YouTube. It's overall, we're working every day towards achieving our goals and what we want to do, living the lifestyle we want to live. So honestly, it's an amazing lifestyle, you know, however you view it. You know, following your passion and your dreams can be difficult. There could be times where it's super stressful, everyone's against you, you know, you're not making money, but it's the perseverance that really sets you aside and will gain you success. A lot of people will try to pursue their own passion, and then they won't see it working out, or they'll lose a lot of money, or people will tell them it's dumb, and that'll get to them, and then they'll stop. But it's all about the persevering and the continuing forward. All those cliches that you guys hear, that some of you might just brush off because they're cliches, those are the secrets. So like, literally no matter what happens to you or the things you go through, they're all just like life tests to advance you, to make you become a better person. Like, you're not gonna get a shitload of money before not having a shitload of money. So like, you won't get $50,000 if you haven't been thousands of dollars in debt before. And basically that's just like life showing you the opposite ends of the spectrum. When you don't have money and you're in debt, it really teaches you to value your money and to not waste it and to just be smart about it, basically. And like, if you were just given a large sum of money right off of the bat easily, you would blow it. Some people wouldn't know what to do with a shitload of money if they were just given it right off the bat, like it's nothing. And you know, that applies for anything in life. Like, if you want a really good relationship, you're gonna go through shitty relationships beforehand to know what you need and what you want out of a good relationship. Like, you always have to experience the opposite end of the spectrum to learn and grow from it and become a better individual. Life and mindset and bringing and like just following your passion and your dreams and like achieving it, I'm super passionate about. I could talk about it for hours. So if you guys have any questions regarding that stuff, I'd love to discuss that. How did my love for cars start? When my buddies started getting their first cars, so like my older friends that just turned 16 and they've had their learners and drove, and like they finally got their first cars. And when I saw my friends driving is really what spiked my interest in cars and wanting one. And then it just grew from there. Why did Local start off with filming mostly your point of view and now you're rarely in it? Me personally, right now, I'm focused on the brand. So the localsmovement.com, I have the strongest passion in that right now. And that means like upkeep of the entire store, you know, keeping all the products live, in stock, packaging everything by hand, adding the tags, like these things by hand, hole punching them, adding the aglet, adding the string, adding the tips on the end of the hoodie strings, you know, taping up all the orders, filling out airmail stuff, bringing them to the post office. That's really what I'm about right now. I want to strive for this Locals brand. I'm making sure all the orders go out in time. You guys all get your stuff. I include free stuff sometimes in the packages. Just the brand and the store is really what I'm passionate about. I don't want that to be mistaken for money. Money is good. obviously, but I'm not doing this for the money, the brand. I really have a passion for it, and that's what drives me to do it and do a good job. Thank you guys for your support, by the way. It's crazy. So yeah, just know when you make an order on the localsmovement.com, it's literally me writing your info out, writing my info out, packaging up your order, taping it, bringing it to the post office. That's all done by me. Yeah, and yes, I do get help when there's a big influx and stuff, but for the most part it's me, and I have no issue with that at all. I chose to do that because I really just see the brand leveling up. I do still love making videos and editing and all that stuff. I will be in videos, don't worry. What's insurance like for right-hand drive cars? Honestly, here in Canada, it's no different than regular left-hand drive cars. You don't have a clean record, you're gonna be paying a lot. You do, you're not gonna be paying that much. What high school did I go to? I went to St. Mary's High School in downtown Calgary, Alberta. Do you like Vegemite? I do not actually. For those of you that don't know, Vegemite is like a toast spread that's in Australia. Jay actually brought some down for us, and it's so salty. I personally don't like it, but he can dip his finger in and eat it, so it's an Australian thing for sure. But anyways, I don't know how long this video is. Sorry if I missed any of your guys' questions. If I did, leave them in the comments below, or if you have anything else you want me to talk about in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram to be updated, because like I like doing kind of these talks and questions and stuff. Yeah, anything you guys want me to cover, leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.